Well, I've made it to the first winery and the first stop on this Oregon trip. It's a little strange, really is, traveling without either one of my dogs now. It's just this sense of emptiness on the road. But I'll be changing that here in a couple of weeks when I head down to pick up my new pup. But yeah, the weather's kind of clearing. Typical, well, untypical weather for this time of year. And it's kind of correcting itself, I hope. It's supposed to be sunny down the coast, so I'm looking forward to that. Here we are at Wahoo Vineyards, and here's some of their grapes. And some more grapes there, and far up there you can see they have a field of huge sunflowers. And they also have other flowers down here that they grow for picking and, I believe, selling. Up here is the back of the winery with their outdoor seating. It seems to be a pretty popular place with the locals. So let's go up and try some wine. Here we are at the Wahoo Winery in Raymond, Washington. And I'm with one of the owners. And I was wondering, how long has this winery, this property been here?
So the property's been in our family for, this is our 5th generation. The winery we started back in 2005. So we've been around for a little bit, making wine for ourselves, growing grapes, growing garlic, making hay. So a little bit of everything here on the farm.
Well, it's really nice to see that generations still care for the land here in Washington. So thank you very much for your hospitality. I enjoyed the wines and ciders, and we'll be stopping by here another time.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay, thank you. This is the meat and cheese tray here at Wahoo Wineries. Thought I'd better take a photo of it before I devoured it all, but it's delicious. Just a stone's throw away from downtown Raymond, Washington, which is a huge logging and fishing center along the southern Washington coast. And just a little past this is South Bend as we work our way down towards the Columbia. But I prefer going down this road, 101, rather than buzzing down boring, bland, crowded I-5 towards Portland. I've done that too many times over the decades, and I'm bored to death. But coming out here, you're in the country, the rolling coastal forests, and you can smell the ocean. So, yeah, I prefer this. Well, tomorrow we wake up bright and early, and take off, head across the Columbia, and down the Oregon coast on 101 towards Tillamook. And one of my favorite stopping points, Blue Heron Cheese Factory. I gotta get that Reuben. I've got some flyers here I want to show you guys of the things to see here in Raymond, South Bend, Willapa Bay area. We have the Welcome to the Willapa Bay area pamphlet here that you can pick up. It gives you a map of the entire area, shows you all the points of interest, and this place is great. There's a lot of history here for Washington State along the coast, and some of it includes Lewis and Clark. Then also we have something in Raymond I didn't know was here. It's the Northwest Carriage Museum. It's got one of the largest and best collections of carriages from long ago. And then there's also lots of iron art and wood art down here, this being such a logging territory and salmon territory. We have the Willapa Harbor Wildlife Heritage Sculpture Corridor. And you'll be driving down 101 through Raymond and South Bend, and you'll see these little towns have their art out displayed for visitors to enjoy as they drive through the town or stop to get pictures of along the river. So there's a lot of history here in the southwest Washington coast, and I think it's worth exploring. I just want to introduce these places to you guys as I travel down towards the Oregon coast and beyond. So look them up, and I think if you're ever down this way, you'd enjoy traveling to these points of view, exploring the history, maybe tasting some delicious raw oysters and some of the seafood that we're famous for, and just gazing at acres and acres of logs stored up ready to be turned into lumber and homes. That's our heritage here in the Northwest, salmon and timber. So I think with that, I'm going to relax. This weather's getting better. It's getting nicer. And I'm just going to kick back here out in the field where I'm parked and listen to the crickets and the clouds and nature. Well, we're inside now. About ready to break everything down, make the bed. It's still kind of weird. This is truly my first time camping alone. No dogs, nobody, just me. And it's kind of this weird feeling in the back of my mind that I should be seeing one or two dogs roaming around here, sleeping on the floor, up here on my lap. And then I got to stop and think, well, I had that for 15 years. But in a matter of a month, I should have the brand new Irish Setter puppy right here, traveling with me. So I'm excited about that. If I had a puppy here, I'd be spending all my time playing with the pup. Be playing fetch down the aisleway here, and I'm looking forward to that. Well, it's my first evening on this trip, and the weather has turned out beautiful. It should be pretty pleasant for this week I've planned, going down the Oregon coast a ways, then inland to the rolling hills, then back out to the coast, and on my way home. You can smell the earth, you can smell the air, and all you have is the breeze and far off noises of those that live on the farms out here. It's really a restful kind of time. Well, I woke up this morning, everything was going fine, getting ready to move on, and the van's starter is deader than a doornail. Everything else lights up, everything works, but the starter is dead. DOA, like a cold coffin nail. And I'm trying to find a dealer in Raymond here, and I'm not having any luck. And this is only the first day of my trip, so I think this might be the end of it already. Oh man. Well, thank God this thing didn't happen when I was out in the Tules. Then I'd really be screwed. So I've got to rack my brain and comb the internet for a Dodge dealer in Raymond, I hope. I don't know how the hell they're going to tow this thing if they have to tow it. So this is going to be an interesting little event. So stay tuned. Well, as you can see, I'm back home at the planning table. Oh man, things started out so great and then went sour so fast. I was in that field for over 3 hours, hoping and wishing and trying to get that dang RV to kick over and start so I could get the heck out of there. And after a little over 3 hours, of nothing. It wouldn't click, it wouldn't buzz, nothing. It was dead silent, even though everything lit up. So I finally called and called around and found a Dodge dealer on I-5 in Chehalis, and called up and said, man, you know, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It won't start. I need a tow somewhere and have the mechanism, the starter, checked. So they contacted a tow truck. I called them and said, oh yeah, we can come out and get you. You know, you're just in Raymond, about an hour or more away from us here in I-5. And we'll be there in 3 hours. And it'll cost you just a little over $800. $800? My God, gas don't cost that much. But I was stuck. I was between a rock and a hard spot, out there in the field below a winery. And, you know, the wine's good, but I don't want to live there. So I said, okay. So then I just walked up to the winery, talked to the owners, and, you know, decided to go down there a little while later and check it one more time. Put the key in, boom, started right up, as if nothing was wrong. And I go, oh God, I'm not turning this dang thing off again until I get home. So right away I called up the tow company and said, hey, this dang thing started up. I ain't turning it off till I get home. So cancel the tow truck. I don't need it. I need the $800 in my pocket instead. So we started off, took up, got out of there, got home, turned it off, emptied out my entire RV, getting it ready to take in to the local Dodge dealer, and went to bed. Got up this morning, went out there, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just like down there in the field. Dead as a doornail. I waited a couple hours, go out there, do it again. I'm going, okay, that's it. This thing is sick. And I called up the dealer and I said, listen, there's something wrong with my RV. I don't know what it is. I don't know when it's going to start again, but when it does, I need to drive it in and have you guys take a look at it, because if I turn it off, it might not start again for who knows how long. A couple hours, a day, I don't know. So, I'm waiting for the local Dodge dealer to call me back. I don't expect to hear from him today, if at all tomorrow, but I'll be calling him back because I got to get this dang thing fixed, whatever the problem is, because I ain't driving it all the way down to pick up the puppy if the damn thing ain't going to be starting all the time when I turn that key. So, but yeah, I hate drama, and I certainly don't like this kind of drama. So, well, everything is still going ahead. Still planning to get my puppy. And I tell you, right now, at least I got time on my side to get this dang thing fixed. So, yeah, right now, I'm pretty much dead in the water. I can't take it anywhere because I don't know if it'll ever start again if I turn it on, or for how long I'll have to sit there and wait for it to decide it's going to start. So, other than that, everything works great on the darn thing. The one thing I didn't upgrade seems to be going to pieces. Oh well, if nothing else, I could live in the damn thing, whether it starts or not. Okay, so thanks for hanging in there. This has been a much longer video than I thought, but I just wanted to bring it full circle for you guys who started watching it when I was down in Raymond, Washington. I never did make it down to the Blue Heron. Never did get that delicious Reuben sandwich. Because there's a big field down there you park in too, just like where I'm at here, only twice, 3, 4 times bigger. And that'd be a lot longer heck of a tow than where I'm at now. So I cut my losses, canceled the trip, and got back home. I'm looking forward to the much bigger trip coming when I go to get my brand new 8-week-old Irish Setter puppy, Ember. So, first things first. So with that being said, my numbers, subscribers are still going up. I really appreciate you guys being that interested in a normal YouTube channel. I am waiting to hear from the dealer. So the next time this thing starts up, I'm going to drive it right down to him. I'm not going to turn it off because if I do, they might have to push it into the garage. So until we meet again, this is Doggone RV'N saying we wish you happy trails and woof woof. Hang in there. I am.